Capricorn, and welcome to these your guided messages for November 2025. Doing our videos a little bit differently, as you can see. So this way you can actually have a look and see at the cards that get chosen, and also intuitively see what they're saying to you as well. So this is for our beautiful Capricorns for November 2025. And I'm just going to ask for our beautiful message from the Angels, Gods and Goddesses deck, which we always do. We ask for one mystery card from this deck. This is for our beautiful Capricorns. Thank you. Now we look at this card at the end of the reading. It's a mystery card. We pop it to one side over here and we'll have a look at it. And it just gives us some extra guidance, a little bit of confirmation of what we're about to talk about. And so Capricorn, I'm going to ask Spirit to give me one card from the beautiful Radley Valentine Angel deck. So this is a beautiful deck that one I use to get the energy for this month. So overall energy for our beautiful Capricorns, please. And so let's have a look and see what is it that they want us to know, Capricorn, for November, the overall energy for November for you. And you have been given the Hermit. Time to maybe reflect, time to go within, finding the answers, and so on. And we'll have a look at the rest of the reading. So this is time for maybe switching off, maybe meditating, going within, spiritual journey, self-discovery. And so the Hermit is many things, but usually it's Spirit saying to you that the answers do in fact lay within us. And so let's have a look and see what else they want to give us. So the first week of November, please. We have you trying to decide on something, bringing some balance back in maybe into your life. I'm just going to see if I can make this a little bit darker so that you can see those colours a little bit more. Okay, let's have a look and see if that's a little bit better. Okie dokie. And now the second week, please. Just ask for. Okay. I'm getting used to the colours and I want you to be able to see these cards here. Second week of November for our beautiful Capricorns. The overall energy is the Hermit. Time to look within, time to take some time out. We also have the Hierophant, another major arcana. We have the Five of Wands, standing your ground. We have the Judgment. It's very interesting, Capricorn, because I've had three other star signs, three other readings that have the Judgment card in this position, exactly in this position at the end of their reading. That's quite interesting. It's not something that happens very often, I'll be honest with you. So let's have a look. So Capricorn. So the Hermit. The Hermit is very much a card of inner knowledge. So maybe this month you need to go within for the answers. This is also, he's got that light. This is shining a light on a situation. It does say, maybe it's time to spend some time in quiet meditation. It's about spiritual teachings, self-discovery, so on and so forth. So maybe this is a time for you where you are discovering things about yourself. Maybe this is a time to do just that. Maybe you're thinking of, studying, doing some teachings. Maybe you're thinking of a spiritual journey even, where you might be thinking of going on a retreat or booking a retreat in for Christmas and things like that. But it's a beautiful card. It's a very powerful card because it is a major card. The majors are always very strong, strong messages from spirit, as you know. And it's interesting because we have the hermit here as well. And the hermit is also very much a blessing from spirit, but it's also a spiritual card about spiritual beliefs and so on and so forth. So, but let's have a look, shall we? So, Capricorn, when it comes to the beginning of November, the very first week of that month, of this month, we have the Ace of Cups. And of course, the Ace of Cups, aces are all about opportunity, new beginnings, opportunity. So there could be some opportunities around you, could be some sort of an offer around you, even for a relationship. Cups are, our heart center, our happiness, love, and so on and so forth. So it is possible, not all of you, of course, because it is a general reading, but for some of you, it is very possible that maybe you might meet somebody special. You could also go to the next level with a relationship as well. But aces are newness, new beginnings, fresh starts, opportunity, and this is very much about the opportunity for maybe a very special relationship. It doesn't necessarily have to be an intimate relationship, however. This could just be a new friendship coming in. This could be a relationship with somebody very special. This could be a relationship with a spiritual teacher, somebody that you connect with each other at the moment you sort of meet, and there is this rapport, this understanding between you and somebody else. The Two of Pentacles, of course, is very much trying to juggle everything. As you can see, he's really trying to bring balance back. Is more than anything. This is about trying to bring balance back. We are talking Pentacles. Pentacles, of course, is our finances, how we make our money. In the background of this card, I always remember to look at when you look at the background, which is the past, what's been going on. It's obvious, Capricorn, that you have been going through some ups and downs when it comes to everything in general. Your finances, your life, and so on and so forth. So he's been going through a lot of turbulence. There has been a lot of turbulence, and he's still trying very hard to bring things back into balance. And this could be your finances. You might be been going through some difficult times when some weeks you're okay, you're able to cope. Another week you've got a big bill in, and you've had to turn around and pay that off, and now you're trying to bring balance back in, trying to save money, trying to get on top of things again. And so in this first week of November, Capricorn, it's very possible that you could be weighing up a situation, a friendship, a new relationship, and also trying to bring some balance back into your life. We have got the Four of Swords in the second week. So the Four of Swords is he's contemplating, he's focusing, he's putting a lot of thought into what it is he really wants. And it's interesting that we have the Page of Cups here too, because pages are messengers. And so again, we're talking your emotions, your feelings, your thoughts, and so on. So we've got your thoughts and your feelings. The swords is what you're thinking about, what you're weighing up, what's going through your mind. And of course, the Page of Cups, well, this is news coming in that's could be a little bit emotional. It can also be very happy news too, though, because it is cups. So it's very possible you could be hearing something that is, bringing some joy into your life as well. But I see that you are really trying to bring some sort of, balance back in. And it's interesting because the Four of Swords and the Hermit, there's a very similar kind of message here because he's taking time out with the Four Swords. He's just taking some time out to think things through, to focus on what it is that's important at the moment. And the Hermit, of course, is the same. He's taking time out as well need to just mull over things, need to look at things from different angles, need to weigh everything up, and also, the hermit. This is about needing to shine a light on things. So sometimes before we make a decision, we need to look into it properly and shine a light on the situation, as sometimes other people can come into our life and shine a light on things. So that could also be the Page of Cups, because pages are messages. And so you may hear from somebody, you may get some news from someone in this second week that will shine a light on a situation that's going on around you at the moment, Capricorn. It's very possible. And then we come into our third and fourth week of the month, and we have two major arcanas here. So we have the Hierophant. I often look at the Hierophant as a blessing, a spiritual blessing, a blessing from the universe, and of course the Judgment is an angel. You can see the Judgment is saying, you know what? Okay, come on, it's time. It's time for you to step up. It's time for you to have another go. It's another chance here, and we're here to help you. And so, having that next to the Hereford and also the blessings of the Hermit, and this is a very important time for you, Capricorn, in taking a stand or making some very big decisions. We have the Page of Swords here. And the Page of Swords next to the Five of Wands says that in the last couple of weeks of November, there could be some things going on. You might hear of something that's a little bit challenging. Now, this could be your career, could be, your work where you work. There could also be some competition around you at the moment, because this is a card of competition. This is you having to stand your ground and stick up for yourself. This is also about we can get annoyed when we get this energy around us, because it's people or situations we need to act on them, but it's a nuisance. So this is like things getting in the way of us moving forward. And so it's very possible that maybe in the last week there could be a situation where there's a lot of things you need to do, but it's a nuisance. You think, oh, I've got to do this. If I want to move forward, I've got to do this. And this is probably to do with this Judgment card, where you're being asked to step up, you're being asked to take action, and you may think, oh, I can't be bothered really. I don't really feel like doing that, but you need to do that. The Page of Swords is a messenger, yes, but also can sometimes bring in some annoying news or gossip. And so try very hard this last couple of weeks of November, Capricorn, not to get involved in this situation if you can help it. Okay, because pages of swords, they can bring in stressful news, or they can also be troublemakers. And so if there's anybody around you at work or career, because we are next to the career card here, maybe it might be a good idea to walk away from that. And you may also need to step up. You may also need to step up and speak your truth here. Stand up for yourself and not allow somebody else to cause issues or problems in and around your career or your situation. So don't be frightened to do that. We have two beautiful cards here as the outcome of this month. And we have the Nine of Pentacles, and we have the Magician. So I can see this month you're going through a bit of topsy-turvy, and I feel that with this very first card, I know you've been going through some topsy-turvy situation. I know there's been ups and downs that you've been going through recently, and also over the past few weeks, and maybe even months. But there is this opportunity here now. There's an opportunity. This is an offer. The hand of God is offering, an opportunity here for change, big change. And that can be a deep friendship. It can be love. It is possible it can be love. But at the same time, even though you've got that and you're contemplating, you're weighing things up, you're trying to think things through properly, we have a wonderful outcome for this month. So go with the flow here. Have faith and trust your intuition. know that the answers do lie within you. The hermit is very much, this. He knows what he knows. He's learned a great deal. He's very knowledgeable. The answers lay within him, as they do within you. So it's time for you now to step within. And how do you feel about what's going on in this first few weeks of November, Capricorn? What are you feeling with this situation that's around you? Has somebody come into your life and you're unsure, you're trying to make a decision, you're weighing things up? This can also be an offer of some kind, of very a good offer, great offer when it comes to financial situations as well. And again, we need to take time out. We need to think this through. So the first few weeks, you need to think things through properly, weigh things up, take time out, don't rush in, and look within for the true answers, and then make your decision. And make sure that you make the right decision. Okay. We have the Nine of Pentacles. We have the Magician. You couldn't wish for too many good cards apart from these two. The Nine of Pentacles, very, very happy situation, feeling pretty blessed. So this is accomplishment. This is feeling pretty good within yourself, pretty happy. So this is a very good outcome. Whatever this is going on for you this month, there seems to be this blessing around you. This is a blessing from the universe. And this is also a judgment that is going to be made. And that judgment could also be a situation that you're in at the moment. Maybe you're waiting for a judgment. Maybe you're waiting for a result, some kind, to come in. And it looks to me like it's going to be a pretty good outcome. So some of you could be going through some sort of a situation where, a judgment needs to be made. You could be going through a legal situation, and the outcome is something rather special. But the Magician is a magical card of creativity, abundance, manifestation. So there is an opportunity now for you to step up and step into this energy of manifestation as well. This is the time now for you to start working on what it is you really want for your future, Capricorn. This month, the end of this month, Spirit's asking you, come on, it's time. It's time for you now to move on. We're going to help you to get to where you want to go. And that goal is success. And this is a successful outcome. This is you manifesting, using your talents, your careers, your knowledge, that of the Hermit. The Hermit and the Magician together in the same reading is quite magical. There's an opportunity for great things to happen for you at the end of this month. There are decisions that need to be made, yes. But those decisions, you make those, just make sure you choose the right one. Whatever you feel is the right decision to make, you make that decision and move forward. And this is what the outcome will be. You'll feel a lot happier with yourself. You'll feel a lot better, and then you can move forward in a big way. So this is a rather interesting reading for you beautiful Capricorns. There's a combination of things going on here. There's a few swords around, a little bit of, this is not really a stressful card. This is really going into the mindset. The swords are our thoughts. And so we need to think things through this month. Capricorn, you need to think things through, especially this first few weeks. Go over things and take your time, and know that the true answers do lay within you. So come to that conclusion. What feels right is right. And don't allow anybody to rain on your parade. Don't allow anybody to create any stress and strife around the decisions that you decide to make. Okay, just stay on top of things. Could be a few challenges around you. There could be a situation that is a bit challenging. That could be, someone could cause a little bit of stress and strife. But the thing is that Spirit is saying, no, come on, you need to step up. You need to speak up. stand your ground, fight your battles. You need to fight your battles in a good way. You know that you've got the tools, you know you've got the knowledge. So you fight your battles. And if it's about finances, if it's about settlement money, whatever, the magician is here to guide you. You have what it takes to bring all of this into a successful outcome. So it's rather interesting. It's a rather interesting messages going on for you, beautiful Capricorns this month. I'm going to have a look now at the mystery card, the Angel of Pleasure. This says take pleasure in the things that you do. She's a beautiful angel, isn't she? Let's see what the message is for our beautiful Capricorns, the Angel of Pleasure. What is Spirit wanting to say to you, Capricorn? The Angel of Pleasure. The message for you today is to start to take a pleasure in all the things you do. It's not all about hard work, achievement, and performance. What is important is that you make the most of every moment in your life. Start to do more things that bring you pleasure and that bring pleasure to those you love, work, study, and play with. Try it. You may be surprised to find out that when things become pleasurable, you accomplish more with less stress and effort. Isn't that beautiful? And so, if you're in your workplace, there's a lot of stress. There's a lot of things going on. It's very compelling. It's very there's a lot of competition around you. Maybe it's time to bring in a bit of fun. Maybe it's time to bring in a bit of pleasure. Maybe if you're in an office and you're all working hard and it gets a bit much, well, maybe time to bring in a tin of biscuits or something and a box of chocolates and all have a little chockey with your coffee and enjoy the pleasures of life. So a very interesting reading, Capricorn. I hope this resonates with you. I'd love to hear because it is an interesting reading. There is a lot going on. The first couple of weeks are very, very different to the end of the month. The end of the month's outcome is wonderful. There's no doubt about that, but it's getting there. It's how you get there, and you'll get there by, listening to your inner voice. There's no doubt about that. I'd love to hear from you about what is going on. So in the comments, would you like to tell me, have you resonated with this? Does it make sense? As you know, I'm Linda from Australia. I'd love to hear where you're from when you do make some comments. The subscription button is just here in the corner here. If you'd like to subscribe to our channel, hit the bell and all, and you'll receive our daily guidance, the guidance we put out every 5 days for the collective, and of course these other readings that we do for you throughout the month. Thank you, everyone. To all of you who do support our channel, we would just like to say thank you very much for helping us to grow. Thank you for your likes, your shares, your support. We really do love and appreciate you helping us. Thank you so very much. So Capricorn, interesting month. Have a bit of pleasure. Bring a bit of pleasure into your life. It's very important to bring back balance when it comes to our feelings and things like that. So take care, Capricorn. It's been lovely to be with you today, and I look forward to catching up with you again in the future. Bye-bye for now.